We deleted over 400 pages on our website, and within 2 months it took the traffic from around 10,000 to 40,000 a month. Look, in SEO, it's a never-ending game. It's a never-ending sculpting of old things, new things, adding to things, taking away from things, and essentially doing a cleanup. I think more than I've ever done is revisiting the total URL plan, the total pages, all of the blogs, all of the guides, all of the pages, and just ensuring that every page is useful. This is not new. This is known things for the last 10 years of, according to Google, 20 years of their advice. But a simple explanation in here is, in the last 10 or 15 years, I might have one website with 10 blogs on the same topic, literally mulling over the same keyword, the same topic, and out of those 10 blogs, 3 or 4 would be on page 1. So even though Google says we will only choose one page, what they've been showing for the last 15 years is different to what they've been saying. But now more than ever before are they applying quality and cleaning up, quality checkers and cleaning up the index. It makes sense. AI is pumping out millions of meaningless blogs, meaningless pages a day. So it makes sense that they need to allocate resources to clean up the crap. But in this case, it was a website in the wedding space, a website that I've refreshed, core rebuilt about the 3rd time now in the last, let's say, almost 10 years now. And we did a major cleanup. Now, so content's not wasted. Any unique content, essentially, if there was 10 blogs on the topic of how to choose a wedding dress, we made one super guide blog. We researched that. We grabbed all of the highest performing pages in the world on that topic. I'm talking about looking at the top 300 sources across like Reddit, Quora, TikTok, YouTube, all of the sources, and made sure that we had all of the possible facts to make the world's best blog, guide, super guide, advice, tips, whatever you want to call it, on how to choose a wedding dress, right? So content research goes into plan. We replan the blog structure to ensure the right keywords are in the titles, to ensure that the right keyword density is in there. So by keyword density, we look at the top 10 pages and we see that the term wedding dress is on there, let's say 17 times, 23 times is it in bold. There are numbered lists, there are tables and things like that. Basically, technical elements that we need to average out. So we're researching it, we're seeing like the architectural drawings of that particular blog. Then something that we've started to do more aggressively is setting a unique author tone for the writer. We've done this in the past with apps like Hemingway and Grammarly and having professional tones and stuff like that. But when everyone is using the same tools, all of the articles sound the same. They sound super professional. If something's written by ChatGPT, you can clearly see that. So one of the things that we're concentrating on is, one, I'll actually interview the business owner because they end up being the main author of the blog. And I'll try use unique points, like the business owner likes fishing, or the business owner likes dad jokes. Here are some jokes. I'll do some interviews to create a unique writing style for our writers, as well as the tone that these days all of our tools that we're using, Claude, ChatGPT, AI. So it still needs to be manually written. It's just we empower it with all of the writing tools of the world. So research, a lot of emphasis on the tone. I'm talking like an 8,000 character instructions on the type of words we're using, the type of words we're not using, blocked words that AI commonly use. I've actually moved away from Grammarly because even Grammarly's auto grammar just makes things sound like everywhere else. Then I've actually been relying heavily on utilizing the PDF documents from Google on how Google decides what is a quality piece of content, expertise, experience, trust, and authority. And so that's now part of the initial research phase of creating one piece of content, whether it's a blog or whether it's a sales page or a service page. Then that blog is rewritten into a super guide. Tables are created, media is created, numbered lists are created. We've been doing this thing where if it's a local business and it's in Melbourne or Sydney, we will look at all of the events or the industry events in that space. We look at the weather. We look at if there's any local events that could be tied to that. For example, if it's a plumber's website and the plumber's talking about changing some pipes and stuff like that, I'll tie in jokes to the AFL because tradies love footy, love beer. And so what that does, look, this is just a game of cat and mouse with Google to take the content to the next level in terms of being different to the garbage that's being pumped out by, let's face it, millions of people equipped with AI that have been tasked to write X amount of blogs. So back to the analogy of, I don't need to have the fastest, best website in the world. I just need to have a website that Google respects more than my competitor. So if my tone of voice for a tradie website or a wedding website is more humorous, it's more engaging, it's easily readable, it's not using the common AI terms and phrases, then the content is far more superior. That's what's been proven in my recent tests. In 6 months, I might say something else, or I might add to this, but huge resources are going out to recrawling all of our current sites. We do this monthly anyway. We have a crawl set up. It tells us what's moving up, what's moving down, technical issues, if there's the standard SEO crawl. But I'm now talking a crawl specifically on performing pages. Two types of crawls. One's on the service pages. They get re-optimized with this new tone. Blogs and guides, we pull a list of all of them. We see clicks from Google. We see user engagement from Google Analytics. We connect it to Ahrefs as well to see which pages have backlinks, because we want to make sure there's redirects in place so the SEO juice continues to flow on. So essentially, website quality audit. This is a standard procedure that every SEO agency should be doing to every client every single month. But this is more of a serious overhaul where making hard decisions on which blogs need a cull. Now, thankfully, Google's being really kind and actually flagging like an old page from, let's say, 2018 on wedding dress trends from 2018. Useless. No one cares about it. No one needs it. Google doesn't need it. So what they might do, it might have been like a 400 word or an 800 word blog, and with just some random images or no images. It'll actually flag it as crawled and not indexed, or discovered not indexed, meaning we don't want to show it to you. So that's an easy one. So have a look at that blog, see if it has anything valuable on it. Add that to a more suitable blog that will make that other blog more powerful. Delete this one, redirect it, or revisit that trend. Just make it, update it for 2025, or don't have a year at all and just have a master wedding dress trends over the years. I know I'm talking about wedding dresses and things like that because that's just the current sites that are on my desk from this morning, but this will apply to finance, this will apply to accounting. There's so much stuff that changes there, medical as well. So this is basically foundational stuff. It's the cost of entry to market. It's pumping out a piece of content that has a chance to be different. Then comes authorship. So the writer, their experience, their social signals, their accounts. Is it a known writer? And then two, the next phase is backlinks. Having backlinks that are providing valuable SEO juice for those blog pages, internal links, external links, quotes. I love this. Now, the crazy thing is, with like 800 sites that I manage, we have to go back and revisit all of the pages. It's so good. Now, the risk of not doing this and just simply adding to the site, not going back and not making these hard decisions and pruning and things like that is you just have this graph of more of your pages are just dropping out of the index, more of your pages that are not being seen on Google. What's really throwing these off is impressions are still up. So Google is potentially showing a snippet of that blog somewhere in the SERP results, but not actually delivering clicks and traffic. So a hard decision needs to be made. Hey, every week, every month, there are new advancements. So I might be going back on the things that I'm saying next week, but that's SEO. That's building that taller building, seeing how it performs, maybe dropping down a few levels, 2 steps back, 5 steps forward. But so far, across all of my campaigns, this has been delivering great results. Hope that helps.